Anyway, I was thinking about social media this morning. I had a conversation last week with a friend because he was just talking about how he wishes he could get rid of Facebook. And I was like, but you can. Like, just do it. You never post anyway. And then he was talking about just like perception of like, well, I wonder if people think that my life sucks because I don't post stuff. Because he was talking about like another person that he knows and they don't post anything, and other people were like, oh man, like maybe, he sucks. And I was just weird. I haven't really thought about other people's perception of my social media in that way in a while. When it comes to like vlogging and sharing stuff, because I am so open, then sometimes I am analyzing like, man, like there's things that I wish I could say, but I don't think anyone would know that I'm not saying stuff until I say I'm not saying stuff for reasons that, yeah, that I just can't disclose certain information at this time or whatever. But yeah. So that was like last week that he was talking about that, and he was talking about just using Facebook just for Messenger, and I was like, well, do that then. And I just kind of, he doesn't, like, he has an Instagram account, he doesn't post anything there. And Facebook, he might post something like once or twice a year, which are usually like trip photos, and then those come like really late, usually like way after they happen, like 6 months or longer. And yeah, I was just thinking today, this morning, just because maybe that conversation was 2 weeks ago, because sometime this past week I got rid of a whole bunch of Facebook friends, like, and some people off my Snapchat too, which my Snapchat is the most limited thing social media wise that I have. I've never had more than 20 people on there. Yeah, my Snapchat has never had more than 20 people on it ever. It's always just been like really selective. And I've realized over the past couple of years, I definitely use it less. But I had some people on there that I just wasn't interacting with, or they were interacting in a way, I guess, that wasn't like that meaningful. And what I mean by that is, like, I don't know, sometimes I put something on my story and then I send it to a couple individuals that I know don't really look at stories. Like, they only look at stuff that's sent to them privately, and if it's relevant to them, then I'll give it to them too. But some people will put stuff in their stories, and then they'll also just like send this really generic thing to everyone that's a contact. And it's just like, okay, well, that's not really relevant to our relationship as two people. Like, I have no care for this thing that you're showing me at all. And either you don't care that I don't care, or you didn't notice that you keep sending it to me, even though it's right on your story, or our relationship isn't as strong as it used to be anyway, which is why you don't even know that I don't care about this thing, and or multiple things that are being sent to me like every couple days that I just don't care about. And I was like, well, it's probably more the latter. We don't talk, so why have you on there? Or I'm not interested in your life, and I don't think you're interested in mine. So it started there, where I got rid of just like a couple people because I don't have many on there to begin with. I just got rid of a couple people because I'm just like, I don't look at your stuff anymore. And either you don't send me anything, or you just send me garbage. And then it just went from there to Facebook. And like, I don't know, like 4 years back, I like really pared my Facebook down. Mostly because kid-related stuff, and just wanted to be way more selective as to who would see that stuff. And then, yeah, I just did another round, and it was just like, these are people that I don't know, it's one of those things that just like the social media that we use just changes in like how we use it over time. And it's like, who's using Facebook? Like, hardly anyone. Like, I feel like I really like having my photo albums there. I like that my family can look at that stuff if they want to. I mean, I don't use it the same way, and that kind of came out in that conversation with my friend. Like, I'm not using it the same way that I used to, where I used to like in my memories I see like how I used to use it, and I would like post songs, I would post song lyrics, I would like ask questions, and people would actually comment and like give answers or whatever. It was much more a thing where people were interacting. And I think that's the thing, is like social media has become less social. And I don't mean, oh, it's called social media and it's taking away from you being social in real life. Like, that's not what I mean. I just mean that like there's not as much interacting as there used to be, at least in my circles. And I just thought, what is the point? If I haven't spoken to you for years, why are you on here? Unless you are someone that I know is like lurking and looking, and maybe not lurking, but like, I don't know, if you're looking at photos and you think they're cute, I would expect you to interact with that. And even if it's just you hitting the like button or something, but like, I don't know, like family members, again, that are on another continent, I like having stuff up there for them. I just got rid of a lot of people, and some of them were just like a lot of university people, and it's like they're fine people, but we do not talk, we do not interact. I don't need to see your stuff on my newsfeed because I don't care, and it looks like you don't care at all either because we don't talk, right? And even in that aspect, like, I would say, for what year is it, man? I would say for the last 15 to 17 years, I have started curating a smaller circle of friends. And I've had just like a way smaller circle of acquaintances, friends, people that I interact with. I mean, I could say like my friend circle, I guess it was a bit bigger then, but like also how I've defined friendship has gotten clearer, and not as many people fit into that. And for a long time now, I think I just had like friends that I can count on one hand, but those friends are great friends. They're really like close friends, and we share a lot. And I feel like as some people's lives have moved on with like other milestones, then we definitely talk less, or maybe they just don't feel like talking as much. But I guess that goes back to the thing of just like social media and the way a lot of people use it is not very interactive anymore. And like even Instagram, it's like looking, likes, not many comments at all. People looking at stories, never looking at posts. Part of that is like attention, I think. But also, I don't know, there's shifts and things change, and I don't know. When I was talking to my friend about his Facebook usage and stuff, and I was like, man, I wish my friends used Facebook more. I wish they posted more photos. I wish that I could catch up with what they're doing, because we don't. Well, one, I just really like photos. Like, I like documenting my own life like that, with visuals, and I would like to see my friends like do stuff and like post things or whatever. I mean, some people just aren't like that, and that's fine, but like, especially if we don't talk that much, at least I could feel connected in that way a little bit. But yeah, people just don't. I feel like they're not using it even as a messaging service as much, and that, I don't know if that's just people are more withdrawn in general in every aspect than they used to be, or maybe it's a good thing to be even more selective, to be like, yeah, I text my really, really, really close friends, or I talk to them on Messenger in our group chat, and why would I go out of my way to interact more with people that I don't really care to interact with? I'm like, yeah, that's a good thing, limiting that. Those are just random musings on social media and how people are using it. I'm not talking about in a destructive way. It's just something that's changed over time. And it's interesting too, because I would say, like, I don't have TikTok. I've never had it. I just don't need it. And it's just not, like, I don't know. I get trapped in like Instagram reels or like Facebook videos sometimes, and I go down a rabbit hole and spend too much time on there. And that's one reason why I don't even want TikTok, because that's all that it is. And I think that again, I am way more picture-based than video-based, other than the vlog. But I started to like put videos explaining paintings and stuff on my Instagram, and then I've had an issue with Instagram. Like, the videos are just going up as reels, so they're only getting cut off after 1 minute, or they're only allowing it to go for 1 minute before getting cut off, and they haven't fixed that issue yet. And when I look up the issue, I only found one article, and that article doesn't even exist anymore, explaining how you might be able to fix it. So anyway, but I was thinking, like, TikTok being like one of the biggest apps there is right now, especially amongst kids, but how interactive is that in communicating with other people? Like, it's not even necessarily a document of life the way people are using it most times. It's like, look at me. Not, hey, I went to the mountains, I took some beautiful photos, I wanted to share them with you. It's like, look at me right now, I'm doing a dance for you, I am doing a skit for you, I'm here to entertain, and I want people to look at me. And sometimes there's responses where, like, whatever, I don't know how it works on TikTok, if you can stitch things together, or like remix, or whatever they call it there, and you can interact with someone else's creation and make your own creation, and like have planned collaborations, but also not planned ones, unplanned ones. Man, I can't speak English this morning, and not like I can speak anything else better, but as far as I know, it just doesn't seem like the most popular social media app. It's very social. Like, it's look at me, not, hey, how are you doing? Here's some really cool stuff from my week, and like, thanks friends. And it's also like not as private, you know? I'm sure some people maybe use it as like a diary or vlog platform, but I can't see it being that popular to do that. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't have it, but like, from what I know of how people use it, because it is so popular, there's so much discussion about it and stuff about it everywhere, that doesn't seem to be the thing. And being the most popular social media platform or app that is available, for it to not be that social, I think is a signifier of trends in all social media right now, and it not being that social, not being for the purposes of keeping up with people and communicating and those things. And again, things change. It's not like, again, I'm saying I wish, like, there's no one to blame specifically other than individuals. And it's like, I wish my friends did that more, but it's not worth their time. But it becomes this circular thing of like, well, is that because people stopped commenting on photos? So what's the point in putting photos up? Like, I still like it for my own purposes and as an archive to look at online. I save all my photos and organize them in folders regardless, on my computer, but it's easier to just go on Facebook. If someone's like, oh, I want to see your dog, it's like, boom, here's one photo, year 1, year 2, here's Ren hiking, here's whatever. I just like that. Anyway, I'm an old man and I've ranted too long about social media. Here's Ren.